Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. Today we're going to ask, who is your future partner? We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. I am doing a giveaway at 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that you're subscribed and comment, and you are in the running for that. So my gorgeous and talented people, if you do want to contact me, make sure that you use my email in the description, because occasionally somebody tries to solicit people in the comments. That is not me. With that being said, my gorgeous darlings, it's time to move on to pile number 1. Pile 1, my gorgeous and talented people. Let's talk about your future partner. Pile number 1's future partner. Queen of Cups. Pile number 1's future partner. Queen of Cups. The Sun. So far, looking pretty good. Queen of Cups. Pile 1's future partner. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Ooh. Spoke so soon. I am seeing somebody who's emotionally open, who's very caring, very emotionally intelligent, somebody that is sensitive, and maybe really attuned with feelings. I'm getting that there will be a offer of love, that there is potential for blessing here, that this person has the opportunity to bring a lot of love and happiness to your life. But I have the 7 of Swords. So the question is, if somebody's super loving to you, is that going to scare you away? Because there are a subset in this pile where, by being given real, true love, they might run from it. So I feel like either that, is this somebody who's coming back from the past? I feel like sometimes you need to be receptive to love. Sometimes you may be used to things that may not be healthy. So when you experience something different, it can be scary. So I feel like somebody's going to offer you a lot of love, a lot of kindness. They're going to be somebody that's really coming from their heart. They're going to be really offering you real love, and they will be somebody that you can have real happiness with. But let's get some clarity on the 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you may, if for some reason you feel uncomfortable with receiving a lot of love, you may have to take a moment and make sure that you don't react, because there is a need for there to be equilibrium in this connection. So I believe that this is definitely going to be somebody where you can have equal give and take in this relationship. And the only risk of it being one-sided is if you run away. So just accept that you may be having wish fulfillment in a way that you didn't really understand that your wishes could be fulfilled. But it may be different from what you've received before, and you may have to make sure that you're in balance so that you can be in balance with this relationship. Your future partner, pile number 1. Ooh, 4 of Pentacles. like I said, there's a need to be generous in this situation. Is this person going to be holding on too tight? Are you going to be holding on too tight? I'm really getting that there's a chance that you might hold back too much. That this person is going to really be as loving as they show you that they are. But for some reason, this might trigger. Ooh. So, I feel like, ooh, this is complicated. Because I feel like there is some need to maybe stand your ground, but I feel like there's an importance on knowing what's worth fighting for, what's worth fighting against. Because this is a situation where 6, 7, with the 4 over there, this is this is something that can progress. But it would require I feel like this will be something that you might have some kind of knee-jerk reaction to. You might, because this is a situation that can be reciprocal, but some part of you might just close down, hold back, try to defend yourself, which will essentially slow things down. Because this is a situation where you're supposed to be working together with somebody, where there are blessings, where there is real love being given by somebody who really cares about you. So if you don't give back in this situation will become very slowed. The Empress. Are you the Empress? Is this person the Empress? I'm getting that you're being asked to embrace your higher self. Because I feel like you may need to embrace your higher self for this relationship. And again, what this relationship has to offer is real love, clarity, warmth, happiness. Emotional honesty and vulnerability. But I feel like you need to be in a place where you're willing to receive those things. Because otherwise, you definitely will slow down things between the two of you. And if you are, ungiving in the face of somebody who is really giving and sensitive, you're going to hurt this person who really only means you well. Your future partner, pile number 1. This is somebody that you can have long-term success, stability. This is somebody that you will be able to build a happy home with. And this is going to be somebody that you might be inclined to just run from. But I'm almost getting like The problem with running from this connection is because you're not really running from this connection. You will be running from yourself, running from the unhealed portions of yourself. And those parts are going to come with you no matter what. So you're really being asked to embrace your strength, to have courage. Because you have a choice here. Courage or cowardice. And courage is going to give you real happiness. Courage is going to give you a loving new beginning. Courage is going to bring you more into the human being that is the best version of yourself. But courage is also going to be uncomfortable. So I feel like there is a need for you to observe the situation. I feel like there is a need for you to not have terribly knee-jerk responses. Yeah. Because if you just pay attention to the situation, this is somebody that will truly commit to you, somebody that will offer you real value. What's going to help deal with the Seven of Swords energies? How can pile 1 deal with this Seven of Swords energy? I feel you got to cut it out. Anything that runs away from happiness or doesn't believe that you deserve good things, or runs away from people who really love you. Being a coward is only going to lead to loss. It's funny because you might be embracing some level of cowardice for protection, but it's not going to lead to protection. It's just going to lead to loss. And it's going to particularly lead to loss of somebody that you could have a long-term stable relationship with, who really cares about you, who will really offer you a lot of happiness, that will really offer you a lot of love. But you can be a coward, and you can decide that you're not going to give in to that situation. And it will lead to a very difficult ending, to something that was meant to be a blessing for you. Your future partner, pile number 1, feel all the feels if you want. I feel like it's okay to have feelings. It's okay. It's not that you should, like, if you're having to do something different, if you're having to overcome your fears, you know, it's okay to have fears. But I feel like it's important for you to realize that you can be in control. Not of another person, but your own fears. The parts of you that may sabotage something that could just be really beautiful, loving, and joyful. So just know that in this case, cowardice will only lead to loss. Greediness will only hurt this other person. And that if you take control of yourself, you will have somebody who gives you real commitment, who is really there for you. And the only person that you need to overcome will be yourself in that case. There are no accidental relationships. People are placed in our lives for a reason. This person is being placed in your life for a reason, to give you an opportunity to receive joy, to have a lot of love, to be really blessed in that way. A brand new emotional beginning. And if you're brave enough to master yourself, then you will receive a really amazing relationship. Communication. But it's going to be very important for you to communicate. It's going to be very important for you to even just make sure you know what's going on with yourself. Your future partner. Yeah, your future partner is going to be somebody that really, really values you. They're going to really be somebody very affectionate. They're going to show you that they appreciate you. And with this Queen of Swords, it's important for you to let down the barrier enough that you can receive all the love and appreciation this person has to offer. The child. You guys may end up having a child with this person. I feel like if you do end up having a child with this person, you will be giving them a place of where they can grow up in innocence. Like, you will be providing them with a really blessed, stable home. But there is also the other side of this, which the child, and I feel like, especially if you may not be comfortable in receiving love, that there maybe is something with your, your inner child that needs to be healed. But you will have an opportunity in this relationship to have a return to innocence. With the King of Swords. Yeah. I feel like if somebody who's really, really affectionate is something that makes you feel uncomfortable, you are going to have to think about why. Because that might free your inner child. Butterfly Metamorphosis. The Death card. This person is going to really offer a massive amount of change in your life. With death, metamorphosis, rebirth. One way or another, whether you allow this person in or not, this person is going to deeply affect your life. This person is a significant connection, and this person is somebody that will give you a lot of nurturing. There is an opportunity for healing and abundance in this connection. There will be appreciation in this connection. But I feel it's, with this charm, it's like, in case of serious accident, please call a priest. Know that how you treat this connection, I feel like, matters. Again, because this person is not a small portion of your life. This person is offering healing, offering transformation, offering so many things to you. But healing and transformation can all be uncomfortable processes. Leaving behind things that don't serve you anymore can be uncomfortable processes, even if they're not things that serve you anymore. But I'm getting that there is an ability to, even though this person is definitely, meant to be on your path, they're here for a reason. It's like, if you don't treat this person well, even if they're meant to be on your path, they won't stay on your path. So the question is, will you close off your heart or allow health to grow? Because you can have a healthy relationship with this person. You can have blessings with this person. You can have happiness with this person. But I feel like, for whatever reason, you're closing off your own heart. You're potentially closing off your own heart, causing maybe a serious break. So the question is, will you overcome what you need to overcome before it's a problem? Because this person is offering you real prosperity and value and success. This person is coming to you in divine timing. And this person is meant to be on your path. With this little merman, I often think like the King of Cups. For some of this also kind of reminds me of I just heard Scorpio, but I was going to say Capricorn first. But I feel like, will you embrace your own emotional health so that the emotionally healthy, potentially perfect counterbalance to you? Because it's like, you're either going to be in alignment with this person with your own growth, or you're not. And if you're not, then things aren't going to go as smoothly. Things will go more slowly. And there is a potential that even though this is a destined connection, that this connection that will offer you love, real love, that will give you so much appreciation and kindness, that is a blessed relationship, and that will even give I'm getting like, it's enough of a blessed relationship that if you give into it, it's going to bless further generations. So, but it also doesn't mean that you can treat this situation any way you want. You do have to deal with your own internal child, and you do have to allow this appreciation in, or else you will experience an ending here. So I hope this helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment. And I really appreciate you. If you do want to email me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. I just make sure that you use that, because that is me. Sometimes people in the comments, sometimes people pretend to be me, and I don't want anybody to get scammed. So just know that if you use that email in the description, it is actually me, and I will take care of you. I answer them all the time. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 2s. So my gorgeous, let's hear about your future partner, pile number 2. Pile number 2's future partner. Devil, Pile number 2's future partner. 5 of Pentacles. The Star. Oh, right. So, it's very, very important to realize that you have there is an opportunity for hope. There is an opportunity for things to be rebuilt. But I think that there is also a need for you to consider any unhealthy patterns that you may end up getting pulled into. Because it looks like if you have an attraction to something that is unhealthy for you, that it does lead to lack, and it does lead to imbalance. And your relationships don't actually have to be this way. But there's a cycle that needs to be broken. Because otherwise, the next person, I just looked down and it was 2626 on the counter. Otherwise, there will be a continuing cycle of imbalance and lack and attachment to something that isn't healthy. 8 of Swords. There is a need to, and this looks like it's going to be a little bit more of an advice reading, and if you really feel like this is not you, feel free, but I feel like there's a really important need to consider and look at your own thoughts, because your thoughts might be keeping you in a prison. There may be some need for at least some portion of time for you to be single, for you to be very focused on your own success and happiness. Especially because it seems that you have found a lot of lack in relationships. But I feel like there's a need for you to reconsider your thoughts, because there is something that may be keeping you in a loop of behavior that, upon further inspection, you might realize is not a real limitation for you. You know, it's like our thoughts are real. Our thoughts really affect the way we interact with reality. But sometimes when you realize that a thought is faulty, that limitation that you put on yourself isn't a real limitation, then you just find that things open up for you. And you know, you may have some genuine real limitations, but you definitely have some self-made ones as well. What I am getting is that if you spend the time to put your time, effort, energy in yourself, you really will be able to build yourself up into a place of satisfaction and happiness. 8 of Wands. And you building yourself up to be satisfied and happy is going to bring things towards you. You do have to check your own limitations, because if you want a happy relationship, you can absolutely have a happy relationship, but you can't do the same things. You can't engage with the same people. You know, you can't just, choose somebody with a different face and name but the same behavior. So know that there is hope for you, that there is healing for you, but I feel like the key towards happy, fulfilling relationships is moving away from the things that don't work and putting your time and energy and effort into yourself. This doesn't need to mean that you have to suddenly become a selfish person, but you need to have enough self-worth to not put yourself in positions where your needs are just not going to get met. Your future partner. Yeah. This is really dependent on your own self-examination. This is really dependent on realizing that whatever you think limits you doesn't. Maybe you have some kind of insecurity that makes you feel like, this is good enough, but it's not. But the devil, the Eight of Swords twice. It's like there is something truly self-limiting and truly unhealthy that you can have health. You can have healing from. It's like, it's right there. The health and healing is right there. But you can't engage in uneven, unbalanced relationships. You have to embrace your own worth. Because if somebody is withholding, it's going to lead straight into loss. If somebody is not giving emotionally, why are you holding on? Because at some point you do need to care about yourself enough to not hold on to somebody who's not giving to you. Your future partner, pile number 2. Healing card, actually divine healing by both of them. And this is a balance card, this is a balance card, and this is to address the lack of balance in your life. Because you embracing yourself, you realizing that you are good enough, is actually going to attract in union. It's going to attract in a balanced, healing relationship. But know that having that balanced, healing relationship means that you have to find that balance within yourself. You have to have that level of self-worth. Your future partner. Because otherwise, you will have another tower relationship, tower person. This is what happens after the tower, but the tower happens because you're building on an unsafe foundation. So your relationships need to be balanced. and that you can learn the lesson from the Tower. You can get wish fulfillment. You can have a really happy and blessed relationship. But you need to face your fears. Because embracing your worth is what's going to get you to a relationship that is steady, stable, dependable. And you have to decide whether you want to continually be trying to balance and juggle and always have things off balance, or if you're willing to find your own emotional equilibrium. Because right now, you're experiencing a lot of imbalance, a lot of, blind people, or being blind yourself and just not knowing what to even hit for. But it's a lack of harmony. And harmony is available to you. But harmony in relationships is going to happen through harmony in yourself. It's not going to happen the other way around. Because if you try to make it happen the other way around, you're going to get more of these situations that don't have a good foundation, that you don't have this peace and balance in. And you need to know that if you do choose yourself, and if you want this strong, steady foundation, somebody that can last the test of time with you, something that's like, you can have that. But it's going to happen through you balancing, you choosing your self-worth, you no longer engaging with people who represent a really negative pattern for you. Maybe sometimes what we're comfortable with is just not good for us. Your future partner, choices. So the kind of future partner you have is dependent on the choices that you make. But the choice for healing is here. The choice to leave behind negative patterns is here. The choice to really realize that no matter what anybody has done to you, no matter how anybody has treated you, that you are worthy. And you coming to that realization, you facing your fears, you no longer investing in unhealthy, unbalanced relationships, and you embracing your own worth and value is going to lead you towards healing. It's going to lead you towards a long-term relationship. It's going to lead you to peace. Find your love language. Take some time to find out how you truly want to be cared for. I feel like that's super important in your case because, especially with that 5 of Pentacles that came out early, I feel like you're almost unused to being cared for. Find out what matters to you. Find out how you want to be loved, because it's not that you can't be loved. It's not that healing is not there. It's not that better people, better opportunities are going to be available to you. But You have to release the limitations that you have put on yourself and break out of really unhealthy cycles. And guess what? These tower moments, as uncomfortable as they are, they're an opportunity to break out from under the devil. It's not a comfortable situation, but the devil is restrictive. It's holding. It's, and the tower breaks that. Your choice is if you want to build up another devil's tower restrictive where, your needs aren't going to be met and somebody will be withholding towards you, or whether you want to choose yourself, see your worth, and only put up with situations that offer you something that you deserve. But in order for you to only choose what you are deserving of, you need to be willing to appreciate yourself enough that you only accept appreciation. And you need to see the fox for who they are. See the person who slies. See the person who comes in and out of your life. The person that has their own agenda that may not be beneficial to you. And with that 9 of Wands, you need to be willing to defend yourself against that. Because you should be getting flowers, not excuses. And this person will tell you that they were completely right. But if you want out of the cycle, you can get out of the cycle. If you want healing, you can have healing. Your choices really matter. But I feel like you're being shown that there is an opportunity for better. That the universe is, providing you at least the intuition that you can have better than this. And it's true. You can have better. You can have healing. Oops. I'm sorry. The angel wing fell under my computer. It's like, especially with that in the Temperance, like angels are looking out for you. Like you can have better. You can have protection. But you can no longer engage in malformed situations. Situations in which your needs aren't met. Situations in which maybe you feel, it's like maybe you feel attachment. Maybe you even feel addiction for the person, but it's not healthy. It's not in the shape of a healthy connection because, connections are going to be available to you. Really steady, stable, functional connections that you can depend on. Got the Arizona charm. That might be significant to somebody. But 8, as well as this, it's like there's a need to embrace abundance, because I'm almost getting that maybe there is an attachment to people who are withholding. Just know that that's always going to fall apart because it's always going to lead to loss for you. And I feel like there is going to need to be a need to embrace abundance, because there is like a destined abundance for you. But you have to choose healing. You have to choose the star and not the devil. So I've got Superman / Supergirl. I feel like if you give yourself the opportunity, you're going to realize that you are much stronger than you think you are. And you may bring in other people who are both strong, but use their powers for good instead of this fox energy where they're all about themselves. So I'm getting that whoever this reading is for, it's like you just can't, well, you can continue to be in one-sided relationships, but you will be choosing the same result. So slow and steady is what's going to get you there. Slowly moving towards something better is what's going to get you there. Realizing that you can have something better is going to get you there. But there's something that keeps hooking you in, and it's not healthy for you. So just know that you can have connections with love. Yeah, it's like love is going to be available to you, but I feel like there is a part of you that is pretending like you're happy. Pretending like this is good enough. With the crooked smile, I feel like deep down you know it isn't. Deep down you're wondering why it always happens, but it's like different choices lead to different results. And like healing, wish fulfillment, potential for long-term relationships that are really built on a strong foundation, there are options for you. But I feel like you need to come back to yourself and realize that you are worthy, that you have always been worthy. And that you maybe just need to stop engaging with people who are unworthy of you. I feel like you need to embrace your inner joy again. And realize that this could lead, like, you don't have to leave behind your childhood dreams. But you do have to leave behind your limitations. So I've got sister, hermana, I don't know, maybe a sister of your, maybe you have a sister who's tried to help you. That might not be for all of you. Maybe there's even going to be somebody that's going to act like a sister to you. But it's like there's this opportunity. If you want happiness, if you want stability, if you want healing, if you want balance in your relationships, balance yourself, realize you're good enough. Figure out why you may let yourself be limited. Realize that difficult situations create the pearl. Where at first, it's just a rough rock, and slowly but surely it gets smoothed over time and becomes more and more valuable. So know that the situations that you have been in don't limit you, don't keep you down. They're refining you for better, if that's what you want. But you have to choose better. I've got G and the King of Wands. What about the King of Wands? Because I wasn't even expecting that to come out. Clarity on the King of Wands. No, with the King of Wands, I'm getting that you need to embrace your own personal power and realize that life is not just happening to you. That the choices that you make can completely affect your entire life. And the King of Wands is somebody that doesn't let anything keep them down. The King of Wands takes action. The King of Wands moves on what they desire. So just know that so much more health and happiness is available to you. That you don't need to stay in something that's self-limiting and difficult and imbalanced. And that no, if you continue to engage and embrace those situations, you're actually going to receive more of those situations. So instead of receiving too little, just accept you can receive real abundance. And that you're worthy of it, that you always have been. But you have to choose, and you have to take action on those choices. But it's just going to lead to that long-term healing, happiness. It's like you may have had losses, but just because you've had losses doesn't mean that you need to stay lost. It means that you can have a brand new beginning. It's like because both the devil, the tower, and the star, those are all in order. The devil is the limitation. The tower breaks down things that can't stand. And the star is the hope and healing afterwards, the ability to rebuild and heal and have wish fulfillment. And partially you will have that wish fulfillment because you won't be holding on to that limitation that doesn't need to exist for you. So I hope that this helps you. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much. I'm going to move on to pile number 3. I just want to remind you, if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 at 7,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment. If you want to contact me, my email's in the description. I check it all the time. I just want to make sure that you guys contact me, because occasionally somebody gets through in the comments pretending to be me. I won't solicit you. I don't have a WhatsApp. So if you see that, it's not me. Thank you again. And we're going to move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3, my gorgeous, talented angels, your future partner. Future partner for pile number 3. 10 of Pentacles. Your future partner may be somebody that you can really have long-term stability with. Like, this is marriage material. Page of Swords. Your future partner for pile number 3. I feel like there's a need to communicate. For some of you, you may have unfinished business, and there may be a need to communicate. Let's look a little further. Page of Wands. Page and page, both pages are about communication. 7 of Pentacles is about something long awaited. I feel like if this isn't somebody that you may need to communicate with, I feel like this is maybe a relationship that you've been long awaiting. But like this is a relationship where you can have it all with each other. Your future partner. Knight of Wands. There is a need to take action. Because the energy is weird here, because it's like we're moving out of like the 5 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles. Like, This might be somebody that you haven't spoken to in a really long time. This might have been a connection that had a lot of potential. And it's maybe like, this might be a relationship where there was missed potential. But there is a need to, like, really, it's like emphasis on communication and taking action. Your future partner. Yeah, it's like taking action, taking action. It's like, this is going to be somebody that you have a lot of passion for. But at the same time, this is somebody that you really need to offer stability to, because there's all this potential grounding energy, but there is a sense of loss here. There is a, I don't know if I don't, this is just a little bit difficult because there's a sense of lack and possibly unfulfilled potential. And there's a need to communicate about passion. There's a need to take action on passion. There's a need to offer stability. There's a need to open up communication. Your future partner. Because this might be somebody that either you emotionally walked away from, or somebody who emotionally walked away from you. And if they walked away from you, it was because this person didn't feel like their needs were getting met. With the Emperor, is this person the Emperor? Again, I feel like you need to consider whether this is... If this doesn't feel like your reading, you know, accept that it's not your reading. If parts of this doesn't feel like your reading, it's okay. Choose another one. It's fine. But my gorgeous darlings, I'm getting like there is a need to embrace the very best version of yourself. Because this might be somebody that you have met before. But maybe that there was some kind of investment in this connection already, but it did leave with maybe somebody left out in the cold. So I'm getting like there's a need for somebody to embrace their fire, their energy, to really decide what they want. Because your future relationship, they, you know, like if you want stability, happiness, they represent that. But at some point, things might not have gone well between the two of you. Your future partner, I'm getting it's like there's a need to make a decision. There's a need to make a, you know, take action towards this. Your future partner. Because this relationship requires an offer of stability, and this relationship requires a committed partner. Your future partner. And your future partner might be somebody that you've already had an ending with. They are, however, somebody that you've always had a passion for. Yeah. Five of Pentacles for the second time. Your future partner may be somebody that you've had an ending regarding, and that maybe you both feel really left out in the cold. I'm getting like there's a real need to I feel like there's a need to make a decision to come out of the cold and take responsibility here. Your future partner, mirrored souls, because you guys have a very powerful bond between the two of you. And there is this real chance at abundance between the two of you, and now you both feel a really big loss. So this is most likely somebody that, I feel like your new partner might be somebody that you had a really, really strong soul bond with. But in the past, somebody didn't make the decision to pursue it. Or, don't let anxiety guide your decision. Push past your comfort zone. Do some scary stuff. So I'm getting like this. If you're thinking about your new relationship, you've met that person already that you need to overcome your fear. Because I feel like fear is what got in the way to begin with. Don't let social media confuse you. You're just where you need to be. I feel like how other people present on social media is not necessarily accurate to who they are or what they're going through. It's accurate to what they want to put out there. And I feel like being really concerned about how other people are seeing or perceiving you is also probably not going to be pretty helpful to this connection. I feel like you do need to embrace what you probably already know is true and take action on it. Your future partner. But this is somebody I'm starting to hear We Could Have Had It All by Adele in the background. It's like this is probably somebody that you have not forgotten about. With the clover is about luck. This person does represent a fortuitous connection to you. With the Six of Pentacles, there is a real need for there to be equal give and take and generosity in this connection. Because right now, you are both feeling a sense of lack and loss. Again, the gazebo. The gazebo, when it relates to social media presence, because the gazebo is how we're going to be perceived, how we fear other people will look at us. And of course, it's clarified by the Eight of Swords. So I feel like there's you have to decide if you care more about how other people perceive you or whether you just have abundance and happiness. Because I'm thinking that you're literally having to choose between the two, or at least I'm getting like there's a certain self-consciousness here. But it's like there's a really self-limiting belief here. And it has to do with how you will be perceived. But I think I think that you should really, instead of just considering what everybody else wants me to do, I think that you really need to consider what you want, and then you need to go for it. Realize that, you know, if you're willing to give equally into this situation, there is an abundance of stability and happiness to be had. That there is this really intense connection. So I think that there's a need to recognize that nobody's living your life but you. But I do see your new relationship could be some kind of rebirth. And I know that some of you are like, I don't want to deal with this person anymore. Sorry. So with the clock, it's time. The time is now. So I'm getting, don't panic, that you are being watched over by angels, that there is going to be steps that need to be taken. There is going to need a need to be an honest and real version of yourself. And realize that the person that's for you, like, stop trying to be somebody you're not. Realize that being your honest, real self is going to bring the right person to you. I've got the tongue sticking out and the sad face. I feel like you might even be trying to cover your own sadness with humor. But if you do your growth and work, this person is doing their growth and work. And you guys have an opportunity to be a pair with each other. But there does need to be a lot more intimacy in this connection. And there is a need to learn. But again, with the Clover, with the Ten of Pentacles, this relationship, this connection represents good fortune for you. Again, good fortune. This is destined good fortune for you. But we also get to choose, like something can give, like we can be given the best opportunity ever. But if we don't act on it. So I feel like there's a need to figure out what you want. Don't be afraid of being actually who you are. Stop trying to be what other people want to project on you. Because this relationship is going to have a lot of longevity. So much longevity that it's not going to be just one lifetime. I mean, even if you decide that you just want to stay with the difficult endings and stay in a place of lack and loss, I don't know why you would, but, we'll make our choices. But I feel like there is a need to recognize the magic of this connection. There is a need to embrace your power, to embrace, just accept that there is something bigger going on here with the little black heart. So, Your new relationship is probably going to be a relationship that has come into your life for lifetimes. Something that you currently are experiencing loss regarding. And there is a really big need to communicate, to take action, to stop trying to be what other people want you to be. Because this relationship is going to be through being the best version of yourself, not a really poor copy of somebody else. So I really hope that this helps you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. And if you do want to book readings with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. Occasionally scammers get through and they try to pretend that they're me. I just want to make sure that you're actually talking to me. So just use that email. Time for pile number 4. My gorgeous and talented pile number 4s. How are they? Your new future partner. Your future partner for pile 4. 5 of Cups. Your future partner for pile 4. Knight of Swords. 6. I feel like you're going to be moving away from sadness and difficulty into a loving reciprocal relationship. With the 9 of Wands, I feel like you've had a really exhausting journey. 4 of Swords. And I feel like you are going to have to do some healing. It takes some time. But whatever was lost, you're going to have a beautiful, loving, and kind relationship. And even though you might have to take a little bit of time to heal, because whatever you just went through was a long, hard slog, a difficult fight. Your future partner. There is, however, going to be an offer of stability. And there is going to be a need for a decision to be made. The Empress. Seven of Wands. I feel like you've done a lot to become the kind of person that you were meant to be. But I feel like this has kind of come at the cost of maybe trusting people too much. So I feel like the decision that you make needs to be based off of whatever is best for you. Even though you generally may be somebody that considers everybody. Your future partner. That being said, there's an opportunity, even though you might not be too open right now, there is an opportunity for love, wish fulfillment, something new. Your future partner. Excuse me, just jumping in. I feel like you're still in the process of moving forward away from something that was really difficult. But again, like the second time, it's that the Knight of Pentacles came out. There is going to be a really valuable offer that you are going to receive. And it's going to be worth taking the leap of faith for. Yeah, which means that you may really have to embrace your own strength. Because I feel like whatever you have experienced, definitely, like you've done a lot of healing, but it really, really wasn't pleasant. And you making a leap of faith for this wish fulfillment, even though it is likely to lead to real blessings and happiness, it's a real leap of faith. Your future partner, pile number 4. Some of you, I feel like for right now, are really needing to embrace your own self-worth. I feel like, offers coming for you, blessings are coming for you. But I feel like you may have to make a decision that's really just for yourself. But you are moving away from difficulty. You are embracing your own strength. Some of you might even decide that you're going to just be single. But I feel like there is going to be a new opportunity. There is going to be and I feel like there's a need for you to really just think about you. It may not be something that you're used to doing. You may not, be in a place where you only consider. Mean what you say and say what you mean. It really is that simple. I feel like if anybody comes into your life, they're going to have to be that transparent. I feel like you've definitely got to a place where you also say what you mean what you say. And they can take you on your word or not. But I've also got, don't let social media confuse you. You're just where you need to be. I'm also getting, it's like you really shouldn't be choosing because of what anybody else thinks or because of what anybody else wants. Because you are receiving blessings. You are becoming much stronger. Your future partner. Yeah, I feel like your own self-worth and self-value is going to anchor in a new partner for you. Star. And second time the star comes out. So this is going to be somebody who really represents wish fulfillment. That being said, I'm thinking that you're really being asked to be very self-focused in what you want. Realize that you are going to bring in a loving partner. Like that loving partner, it's going to be part of this healing process. That new person anchoring in does have, you know, like you will have to overcome your fears. I will, however, say that it appears that you're doing a very good job of that. But I feel like you really need to think about yourself. Feel like you need to apply knowledge. I feel like this person is going to come in because you're doing all this work. I feel like you've really taken responsibility for yourself and your life. And I feel like the blessing that you're going to receive, the happiness you're going to receive, the person who's going to come around in your life and really offer you friendship, love, commitment. This is going to be because of this self-work that you've done, this self-worth work. But it's the time for this, as I drop things, as I do. And I feel like you may have to release things that no longer serve you. May release ideas that no longer serve you. I think that you do need to embrace your power. But you're having this huge ability to not only move forward emotionally, but I feel like you moving forward emotionally is going to help other people move forward emotionally. Maybe the wisdom that you learn through this is going to help other people. But you will have a passionate new beginning with, you know, a Six of Cups type of person. Somebody who's very loving, very kind, very sweet to you. A really functional connection. That there is a lot of passion. So know that your heart might have gone through a very long and often twisty, turny, painful journey, but it's going to end up with somebody your heart is going to end up with somebody that your heart is safe with, that you can really anchor this connection, where you will have the wish fulfillment. You will have somebody that really nurtures and nourishes you. And I believe that, you know, with belief, I feel like this person is going to help you believe again. Because you really have gone through it. So one is about manifestation and our will upon the world. And I feel like this new connection, this soulmate, is going to be somebody that you willed to you. With four is about stability, and it's also about angelic protection. And E, that could be an initial. Oh, the number 3 also came out. 3 is about mind, body, spirit. It's also about infinite potential. So, I feel like you should know that you might have gone through some rough things, that, you know, it may be hard to make this leap of faith again, but you will anchor in a relationship that will really treat you with the love that you really wished for. Somebody who will mean what they say and say what they mean. So I hope that this really helps you. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. Make sure that if you want to contact me, you use the email in my description. I check it all the time. Just sometimes people get through on the comments and pretend to be me, and I just don't want to. I want to make sure nobody gets scammed. So I don't have a WhatsApp. I'm not going to solicit you. And if either of those happen, I don't care if they have a picture of me. They're not me. So just use that email. We'll make sure everybody's safe and taken care of.